and we are playing Last Epoch. What's good, bro? Hopefully you all had a great weekend. Playing internet spaceships. That's what I'm talking about, man. Internet spaceships. Oh, I'm tired. Tired today. Right. Last we left off trying to get some levels. What are we building? We're doing a bleed Warlock. And I'm not following any build guide at the moment. I'm just playing. And I went Merchant's Guild, because why not? I recommend Warlock and build it into Bleed. Wait, I just said I was playing Bleed Warlock. Yeah, that's how you build it. You choose a Warlock and start building Bleed stuff. What you been up to today, bro? Work? Yeah, same here. work with my high precision job. I have trouble coming down after work. Brains racing 100 miles an hour. I looked into it, and I guess it's common. The problem-solving part of your brain is linked to fight or flight. You spend all day locked in. It's rough to get out of it. I can understand that. Hey, are you? Hey, what up, Brand Lily? How's it going? Does Last Epoch have a bright future? I would like to say yes. You know, I think it's a question that we could revisit after season 5 and the expansion. At the moment in time, I would say yes. Let's see what they got. I don't think there's anything that would stop you from playing another ARPG now and then see what they got. Like, if you're somebody who has a limited amount of time and you've never played Last Epoch before, I think there's a wealth of content that you can enjoy right now. You taking magnesium to help? Okay. I'm playing WoW 2, brand new to ARPG, following a guide helps. You play any other ARPG? So, because this season got delayed, I kind of went on a tour and I played a number of ARPGs. I played Path of Exile 2. I had a good time with that game. It's still in early access. They're still finding their footing, but I think Path of Exile 2 has a pretty good future ahead of it as well. I played Diablo 4. I played Diablo 4 before I played Last Epoch. Diablo 4, I'm hopeful with this new expansion that's coming out. They made a lot of good changes here in Season 11. As somebody who hadn't touched the game since Season 6, it was nice to see these changes and to play. I had a good time with that. And then No Rest for the Wicked. Just played No Rest for the Wicked. Had a good time with that. It's definitely... No Rest for the Wicked is definitely slower and more methodical, a lot of one-on-one or one-on-two action, depending on how you like to play. If you like to play range definitely seems to be the stronger option right now in No Rest for the Wicked, in my opinion. But nonetheless, No Rest for the Wicked, I think it has a pretty bright future ahead of it as well. And Last Epoch, Last Epoch's got this sort of baggage, if you will, right now. So it was apparently, like, I thought it was going great, but apparently they weren't doing well financially. They got bought out by Krafton. They sold themselves to Krafton. And the first season that was released under Krafton, we already knew it was already developed by them before they had the Krafton money. So it was a little light, a little disappointing, but that's coming from somebody who's played every season of Last Epoch. I'm still, like, I'm working on my 8th build. Like, I'm still having a blast with Last Epoch. I did put it down for a little bit to go play Path of Exile 2 and those other games. But, like, I'm still having a great time playing this next season that's coming out, Season 4. What's my favorite ARPG? Last Epoch. The amount of just build variety and customization and the way I can edit the play style to how I like it, I haven't been able to find that in other action RPGs. Path of Exile 2 does a pretty good job. but Last Epoch is better at it, in my opinion. Just like if we take a look at the fact that every skill has its own skill tree, like brother or sister, I mean, I'm not sure of gender here, but individual interested in Last Epoch, you could play the same content over and over again. It'd be substantially different with just the fact that this one skill. Yeah, I know. Playing how you like it in LE, preach. Hey, what up, Onion? Just the way you can customize every build, like I said, Path of Exile 2, you can get some pretty good customization in there. But just the amount of tuning that you can do in Last Epoch and the crafting system is not as cumbersome. I think that's the right word there. Is not as cumbersome as Path of Exile 2. Path of Exile 2 has great crafting, but there's just so many materials that you need to really hone in on the crafting, and I feel like Last Epoch just simplifies it while not being basic. For Path of Exile 2 was overwhelming for me. Following a build has taken a lot of the think out for me to streamline, especially starting out. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, so I've experienced Path of Exile 2 two different ways. First time playing was at launch. I put the game down. By the time I hit Act 2, I was getting a lot of performance issues. So when I came back, I played it at the very end of their third league, going into their fourth league, which is their current one right now. And I followed a build guide. I had a great time with it. And like you said, it took the thought process out of it. I couldn't have even told you what was making my build work because I just followed the numbers, right? And I was pretty effective. T15 maps, had a good time with it. And then I played the current league. I didn't follow a build guide. I was able to kind of get a grasp of things, but obviously I have a lot of experience with action RPGs. It went okay. I wasn't enjoying the league mechanic as much, if that makes sense. Plus, respecking your build in Path of Exile 2, while possible and very doable, it's got a lot of friction, whereas Last Epoch doesn't have as much friction. Very easy to respec in Last Epoch. So if you want to go your own way, I feel like Last Epoch does that better as well, in my opinion. So I know it might seem a little overwhelming right now. Like, yeah, look, you can spec into these 5 skills, and each skill has its own skill tree, and that could be like, holy frick, what in the actual... Like, I get it, but if you're not afraid to just sit there and read, and based off what I told you, it's not very hard to respec. You don't like what you did here, just go to respec, remove some skill points, and then redistribute them elsewhere, or just respec out of that skill and choose another one, right? We got a lot of skills we can choose here. You can really put together some pretty good builds. And one thing about Last Epoch is the difficulty is endless, right? There's no cap on the difficulty. There's a point where most people would be like, okay, where does your build fall? And they have player-driven capstones, right? Can your build do X number of corruption? Can your build do, can your build kill this boss? Can your build fill in the blank? Can your build do this? So you could just push the in-game corruption system to infinitude if you like, but there comes a point where that kind of loses its luster, and for a lot of people, including myself, any build after 1,000 corruption is, that's a very, very, very good build, in my opinion. Yeah, LE has been lovely to play on your own rather than needing to look for builds to get through basic stuff. Yeah, well, and one thing that helps LE is it has its own built into the game guide. Now, I think this game guide needs a little bit of love here, but a lot of the basics of the game you can look up in-game right now. You press G on your keyboard, and then you could just read about stuff. You can read about what Resistance Shred does, what Blind does, what ailments do, what the item factions do. Do you like playing Merchant's Guild? Do you like playing Circle of Fortune? I think another thing, what are capstones? Capstones are not a literal thing that are in the game. I use that as a form of, that's my own verbiage there. When it comes to the in-game pushing, because really there's only one real in-game activity in Last Epoch currently. You can go play the arena, which is you survive waves and waves upon enemies, and then you try and get your name onto this leaderboard here that looks like it's bugged at the moment, but you try and get here and survive as many waves as possible to get onto this leaderboard, right? Potentially. For me personally, Last Epoch, Path of Exile 2, potentially Diablo 4, I could pick up and play. I don't have to look at anything, and I could just blast through it, but it does lose its luster fast because it's not that complex, right? Whereas Path of Exile 2, I could sit there and play for a while on a build. So yeah, potentially I would say Last Epoch, PoE 2, Diablo. For me personally, now I need to own my bias. Last Epoch is my main game. I make content for Last Epoch. I'm in their creator program. They don't pay us anything. but just to say, I do have a vested interest in Last Epoch being number one. But even if none of that was a thing, if I was just somebody who played Last Epoch, it would still be Last Epoch for me. Not many people stream it. Why? Oh, I can answer that for you right now. So Last Epoch, the developers, 11th Hour Games. Yeah, you have good reason to be hesitant here, because this is on EHG, right? It is hard to be a full-time Last Epoch content creator. I work full-time anyway, right? A lot of people are telling you to try Last Epoch. Yo, Brand Lumi, thank you for the follow. So, EHG has had an issue. Oh yeah, absolutely. EHG has had an issue. They've been very inconsistent with their release schedule. The game comes out like February of 2024, and then they say we're going to be releasing new content every 3 to 4 months. Their very first content drop after launching was like 5 months, 4.5, 5 months later. Okay, we'll give it to them. It's their first content drop. Their next content drop after that was 9 months later. And then after that, their next content drop was like 3.5, 4 months later. And now the current, now we're in the in-between here. Now we're waiting for the next content update, which is not coming out for another 2 months, which will make it a total of 7 months from their yeah, I know, right? It'll be a total of 7 months. What they got to really do is they got to nail down a consistent window. I'm 35 with 2 young daughters and 1 with limited time. Can only play at night on a handheld. Love it. So I don't play on like a Steam Deck or a handheld, but I've been told by a lot of other people who have played on Steam Deck specifically, it runs fantastic. And if you play in the full offline mode, you get a pause button. But if you're playing in the online mode to where you can, you know, potentially trade or compete, Brow plays on it. Yeah, Brow's one of the people. I mean, that is a drawback, but I feel like Last Epoch, especially when you're into monoliths and stuff, it's very easy to just jump in, complete a couple echoes, and then go do something else real quick. Then come back to it. I think it's a really good pick up and play for 30, 40 minutes, maybe even an hour. I mean, I play like 2.5, 3 hours every night. You have a Lenovo Legion. It should run just fine on Lenovo. Play 1 to 3 hours a day. This game is perfect for that. You will make lots of progress. So you got a couple different options. So unlike Path of Exile, you got 2 item factions in Last Epoch. You got a trade faction where you can join this faction. You can trade with other players via like, you can play with other players via like an online auction house type thing. You can list items there and other people can buy them. And then you got something called Circle of Fortune, which is like you play solo, but you get enhanced item drops. And you could switch between those factions. So unlike like with Path of Exile 2, it doesn't have anything like that. It's either you trade with other people or you play solo, but you don't get enhanced drops. Now, if you go and farm stuff on like your Circle of Fortune character and then try to equip them on your Merchant's Guild character, that won't work. You feel D4 was too easy. Okay. And you feel like Path of Exile 2 is a bit overwhelming. I mean, I know there's a little bit of hesitancy there, but I think right now, even if you pick up Last Epoch at its current price and play the game, you're going to get hundreds of hours of content if you like to play multiple different kinds of builds. I just kind of like making my own build, but I find PoE 2 has so many mechanics and info, it's overwhelming. I had to look up a guide. Yeah. In my opinion, with Last Epoch, you can get by just fine. Like right now, like obviously I know the game, but right now, how's in-game in Last Epoch? So in-game in Last Epoch's kind of similar to Path of Exile 2. So in Path of Exile 2, you have the maps, right? You have like the little tablets. You have the little tablets, and then you also have the waystones. So you don't have any of that. You just walk up to this icon here, which might look kind of familiar. Like it's similar to an atlas, right? And you just kind of go around and you go to different maps. There's nothing you can do to really modify them. And then you have a couple in-game factions, right? Oh, I made a sale? Oh, cool. So you have the Forgotten Knights faction. This is purely for playing in monoliths. This is for unlocking a boss called Avaroth and interacting with the Harbingers. So you have this faction, and then you have the Weaver faction, the Woven. And the Weaver tree will look very similar to your Atlas trees, right? And this kind of helps modify your in-game experience. You can choose to have more stuff spawn. It's pretty simple on its face, right? You can, I don't want to see any arena key rewards. I want more of this. I want to see more of that. Give me a little bit more of this. There's not a ton of juicing that you can do here. The real juicing in the end game is just pushing this number up. Does it have a battle pass? Oh, Ashes of Creation. Yeah, that whole Ashes of Creation situation. I don't know a lot about it, but it does sound kind of scurvy. No, Corruption 100 is base. I've pushed a number of builds to 1,000 Corruption, which is pretty, this is where the main juicing is. You keep pushing the difficulty. You basically, you start here at this one waypoint and you keep pushing out, right? You keep following this, you keep pushing out. Eventually what you're looking for is like these little Dorito platforms. I don't have one to show you right now. And you're gonna fight something called a Shade of Orbis. You kill the Shade of Orbis, it will increase your corruption. Corruption ties directly to this number. Enemies have 60% more health and damage. You increase this number, it increases this number right here. And then my face is blocking it, so I'm going to move it. Your corruption will also increase your item rarity and your experience. So as you're pushing this number up, you'll get better loot drops and better experience. It's a pretty simple system. compared to Path of Exile 2's system, for sure. And I think they're going to be working on maybe potentially revamping this, but that's probably not going to be until Season 5 or that expansion that they have announced. For right now, this is the end game. It's not super complex. I enjoy it because I work all day. I told you I work full time. I get to come home and I just go map to map to map to map to map. I don't really have to think about it too hard. I just kill monsters and I stay alive. And I play different kinds of builds. I have played a multitude of builds this season. You don't want to invest and the devs aren't invested. Yeah, I got you. So right now we have for sure announced a season 4, a season 5, and an expansion. And they just sold the company to Krafton like 5-6 months ago. So they've been onboarding more people. They've gotten more money. They don't have a battle pass right now. They do have these things called supporter packs, which, you know, you buy a supporter pack and you get cosmetics and stuff. It's pretty simple on its face. There's no, you got to play to unlock this, no real FOMO or anything. As of right now, all content that comes in a season also goes to the main game. So if you just want to play one character in the normal realm, you can play all this same content right now on that character. So even if it goes to another season, all that content will be in that realm, in the eternal realm or whatever they call it, in standard. Until they start saying that it's not going to be there. As of right now, all that same content goes there as well. Yeah, here, let me show you something. Since you're kind of interested in what I got going on here. So I'm playing a Warlock right now. Right? So I'm playing a Warlock. Here's a Paladin that I've been playing. Right? So Paladin's not as fast as the Warlock because of the boots. Make sure we got an ad playing. Yo, thank you for the likes over on YouTube. You guys rock. We do have an ad playing, so I'll wait a moment. What happened? Oh, well, it said we had an ad playing, so I want to make sure I wasn't talking and you weren't able to hear. Are you back, Bran? Oh, no, you're good. You're good. So here's a character that I got. Oh, you got Nitro? Okay, cool. So here's a character, right, that I have played. Level 100, that's the max level. Come over here. So you remember that character before had corruption 100? Well, this one's at corruption 1000. And this, like I said, this number is infinite, right? That you can go to corruption 30,000 if you want, but if you're doing that, you probably are. I mean, I'm not going to say you're cheating, but you're probably exploiting a broken build or something. But yeah, corruption 1000 considered pretty good. And it's just pretty simple gameplay, right? Just go around the map and you just, you know, have fun with it. This one's kind of like a thunder, you know, call down the lightning type build. I happy Crafton bought them? So I don't really know a lot about Crafton, or I didn't know a lot about Crafton. A lot of people were hesitant because they felt like Crafton was going to rain out every penny out of EHG. So far, we haven't seen any of that. I will say the one thing that I have disliked about the acquisition is it does feel like EHG was always a company that was very, very upfront and honest with their community and very, very open. Since the acquisition, I feel like they haven't been as forthright, and I don't know if that's because Crafton, you know, they got to pass everything through Crafton, or they're just taking a different approach. We shall see. The fruits of that sale have yet to be seen. It might end up being a very good thing once we see this next season. And as Brow's saying, based off what they were saying, it was sounding like the studio is about to close. Yo, Matthias, thank you for subscribing over on YouTube. So if the option was have the company go out of business or get the company and they get better funding, you know, we shall see where that takes them. I'm still of the opinion, if you just want my honest opinion, I'm still of the opinion that it was a good thing. Because it's something that they willingly did, right? This wasn't some leveraged hostile takeover. The leaders of EHG willingly made a deal with Crafton and sold to them because they wanted more money and better investment into the game because they weren't doing well financially. Because they've had a cosmetics only pricing model, and apparently that was not paying the bills. So hopefully they can hire more people and expand the game. I mean, they've already announced an expansion, so I think that'll be pretty cool. I guess I played D4 for like 20 hours, but I felt like it was sort of easy and basic, I guess. I wanted a little more than PoE2. Really like the graphics and builds, but again, first time I ever used a build guide to help me, which not sure how I feel about that, but a lot to say was good to do. I don't mind researching and learning a bit, but it felt like it was the best way to learn a game, but felt like it was the best way to learn. Yeah, just playing the game. I don't think it respects the player's time. It's a good game trap behind bad design. I think that's a reference to what I was saying earlier. I think there's a lot of good things about Path of Exile 2, but I feel like there's a lot of friction in that game for the sake of friction, and it could take a while to like get anything done. Like, I feel like the campaign's just very long. I think the campaign's good, but I do think the campaign's very long, especially considering most people are like, I want to get to the end game, I want to do all this stuff, and it takes a while just to get there. There's no like skips like Last Epoch has. Last Epoch has a number of skips that you can do to get through the campaign a bit faster to get to the end game. I feel like the crafting, while good in Path of Exile, is just there's so many different components that you need to get up off the ground. In my opinion, there's just a lot of friction. What do I mean when I say friction? Jeez. Okay. Yeah, so like, yeah, when you collect gold, it goes to your stash. But if you pick up crafting materials, it goes into your, yeah, the crafting mats are considered currency. The gold is not considered currency. The crafting materials, yeah, no auto sort. You don't have like a pocket. So like in Last Epoch, I have a crafting materials pocket right here. It all goes to right here, and it's unlimited storage. And something like Path of Exile, I would have half the storage. Well, I don't know about half. That might be a bit disingenuous to say that, but a lot of different things are also going to be, yo, what's good, Tilron? A lot of different things are also going to be taking up my inventory space. So I feel like I have to go back to town. Also, what Brow said earlier, if you want to break something down, back to LE, welcome home. Yes, thank you. If you want to break something down in Path of Exile, you have to put it in your stash and then go back to town and break it down. If you find something, like let's say, I kind of want to use this ring, but okay, screw it. I do really want to use this ring though. Oh, come on. Random. Wait, is this T7? Oh, it is T7. Yeah, that. Let's say I'm playing and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I want to break it down. You press F, you move it over here, you use your little rune of shattering, break it down, you keep playing. Oh, are you talking about all the stash tabs? Yeah, I bought all these stash tabs with in-game gold. Yeah, all these stash tabs have been purchased with in-game gold. Tilron with a 5-bomb, thank you. Much so, in my opinion. Very much so, in my opinion, and many others. It is a vast step up. And here's the thing. I'm somebody who likes Diablo 4. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm somebody who really does like Diablo 4. I think it's moving in a good direction. I still think Last Epoch is vastly better. Tilron with the 5 bomb, and then he gives 2 subs to Bran and Brow. Thank you. Yeah, imagine that. What's Menace? Is Last Epoch a perfect balance for long-term grind as well for me with limited time? No, the new season has not dropped yet, Tilron. So you said 1 to 3 hours a night. That's what I play. That's what I play. I play well, a little bit more than that. I play about 2.5 to 3 hours a night. And I'm usually doing a build a week or a build every 2 weeks. Now, if you want to invest just that amount of time into one build, by all means. Yeah, 26th of March, Tilron. So we got some time. Yeah, one second, guys. I'll answer that. This character's been getting one shot a couple times. Trying to get some more levels. Has Crafton come out and publicly said what the plans and change of management is? Is 11th hour game still running? The the game. As far as I'm aware of, Krafton has not done anything to EHG. I'm sure there's communications, but there's been no layoffs, no change of leadership, nothing. It is still EHG calling the shots. What do we know about the next season? Okay, so the next season of Last Epoch is going to be bringing a new mechanic that they call, like, what is it, like omens or something like that. It's basically the breach mechanic from Path of Exile. Thank you to everybody who contributed to the hype train. I appreciate it. So they're going to be bringing the breach mechanic. They're also going to be bringing the corruption mechanic that has been very popular in Diablo with sanctification, and then corruption's been in Path of Exile for a while. So they're going to be bringing the corruption mechanic to Last Epoch. And so far that one's been a little mixed because the examples they showed looked like it was kind of a little painful for some of the items. So we shall see. I mean, it might end up being really cool, but it's just another layer of skill or player expression, you know, corrupting your gear, seeing what you can get. What's my thoughts on the in-game for Last Epoch? My thoughts on the in-game for Last Epoch is that it's very enjoyable. It's simple. You can push the difficulty endlessly, but most people don't. I usually stop after a build hits 1,000 corruption, or if I feel like I hit a good spot. There's an uber boss in the game. There's an uber boss in the game called Aberoth. Well, I mean, there's base Aberoth, and then there's an uber version of Aberoth. I think that are they planning to expand the in game? What's an uber boss? Okay. Let's slow down the questions here. As far as I'm aware of, with expanding the in game, yeah, they're going to be adding a new breach mechanic, which is something that you'll encounter in these monoliths as you're going. You'll probably even encounter them in the the campaign. So yeah, they're always going to be expanding on the end game. We shall see to what degree they expand. I stop with it. Not stop with the questions. It was like I like it when you ask questions. I'm just trying to answer them in a timely manner. Yeah. So, yeah, I think they're planning on expanding it. What's an uber boss? An uber boss is a very difficult boss. So right now there's a boss in the game called Aberoth, and then there's an uber version of Aberoth. The uber version of Aberoth, in my opinion, is overtuned and is not a very enjoyable fight, and those who kill him end up... There's a few that have pure... You're being evaluated up from Krafton. Yeah, thanks. The uber boss is, in my opinion, he's a bit overtuned. He's not as enjoyable, and most people that kill him are using really powerful, some would say busted builds. There's a few out there that just kill him with pure skill. I'm decent at the game. I've killed him like once. I also like to play the game my own way, and most of the builds I do are not single target, high damage, killing that boss in particular. It's doing this: wave clear, traveling through, clearing monoliths. I enjoy that a lot. And do I think, is your take on D4 being relatively easy false? No, that's the way it's designed to be. It's designed to be a more casual game. I think D4 does what D4 does very well. It's a casual game. It's for the gamer dads out there. They don't have a lot of time to play. They just want to sit down, play the game, and not have to worry about too much crunch or friction or anything like that. I feel like D4 does that very well. Uber bosses are the ones that arrive to the fight after calling an Uber to go get there. Yeah, that's right. Have I given my suggestions? I made them available. The thing is, I feel like they do have a Discord, and they have a public Discord, and then they have a creator Discord, right? I've given suggestions in the creator Discord, and I feel like they've been noted. I feel like they listen. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to do it, but I do feel like they listen. But to be honest, I'm not somebody who's hardcore in Discord all the time. So if there's anything really going on, it's because something broke or something, and I mention it, and they, yeah. So in their public Discord, you're saying there's not a lot of replies? I don't really go, like, I'm in the public Discord. I don't really interact with the public Discord. You just don't want to invest, and it turns into Ashes of Creation or New World. I mean, I think that's pretty fair. But let's break it down right now, Brand. What are you looking for out of an action RPG game? Are you looking for longevity, or are you looking for content? Because right now, if you slap $35 down and you pick up this game, you will have well over 100 hours of content. And that's if you're playing one build. If you want to start experiencing all the different classes and all the different masteries, because each class has 3 masteries, right? So even with no new content, and you're just experiencing it through the lens of different build, different play style, you're going to already have a ton of different content. I think your concern about not wanting it to turn into an Ashes of Creation or New World incident is justified, but because they sold themselves to Crafton to prevent that very thing that happened, I don't think you have anything to worry about. The one thing you would have to worry about is different kinds of monetization that might come to the game. I would have to do my due diligence and tell you, Brand, there is one form of monetization that is coming to the game. What's good, Morn? That has people not so excited. So in their Kickstarter, last Epoch said, once you buy the game, that's the only price you'll pay. You don't have to pay anything else for the game. You'll get all content free for the rest of your life. Pipe dream. So then they introduced a cosmetic shop, and they said this is to help keep the lights on. And they pushed the cosmetics, and you don't mind to spend, yeah. So for a long time, the cosmetics it was the price of the game, and then optional cosmetics if you wanted it. They even were a top seller in season 2. They were top of the Steam charts. Then they came out and said right before season 3 that they weren't financially stable. They were going to have to close their doors. So they chose to sell to Crafton to keep the doors open. After they did that, they announced that they were going to be releasing an expansion. We weren't sure if it was a paid expansion. They said they were going to be releasing a new expansion. They have since come out and said that the expansion will be free to all existing owners of Last Epoch. But in the expansion, there's also going to be a new class that's coming to the game. That will be a paid class. So there are those who feel like the game is going pay to win, and that they've walked back on their promise, and that they've sold out. And I honestly, at this point, I don't care anymore. Like, they needed to change their monetization. I would rather have content in the game for free, and then if I wanted to, I could buy this class. Right? Like, I wanted to play Paladin in Diablo 4. What did I do? I bought the whole expansion. I pre-ordered the expansion, right? So in this game, you're going to get, if you already own Last Epoch base game, you'll get all the content that is in the expansion for free. It's just if you want to experience the game through a new way of playing via a new class, you will have to pay for the class. And that is a bit of controversy. Yeah, I figured the new class was going to cost. We don't know what the price of the class is, by the way. I'm guessing $10 to $15. Diablo 3 did this with the Necromancer. So, I mean, I guess it really depends on how you view it. Just extra cosmetics. And if you want this new class, like if you're interested in this new class, you would have to also buy the new class. We don't know what the price of the new class will be. But hey. No, it doesn't come out in March. It comes out when the expansion comes out, which we don't have a release date for the expansion. Could be end of 2026, could be 2027. What's coming in March is a new season. All of that content is free. I mean, assuming you own the game, all that content is free. Same with season 5. All that content will be free. They'll probably release new cosmetics, but yeah, all that content will be free. They haven't announced any different content monetization. So listen here, Brent. If you are interested in picking up the game, if you live here in the United States, consider using the Nexus store. You can buy the game for the same price there. I get a kickback. You get a Steam key. You redeem it on Steam. You get Last Epoch. I mean, technically, you don't have to be in the United States. You can buy it from anywhere. It's just they don't do regional pricing. So I've given this link to other people, and they're like, hey, listen, I live in Chile. And in my currency in Chile, the game equals $17.99 US. If I bought it through here, I'd be paying like double, right? Right? Yeah, so if you're interested in it, consider using that link. Hopefully you like what you see. If not, no worries, bro. Just stick around, watch a few streams, and decide. I mean, assuming you got time. I mean, with 2 kids running around, I can understand that, you know, time is a luxury that you that you don't have. Let's fight Rye. Right. So to kind of tie what we were talking about earlier, Bran, originally you asked, why is there not enough streams? Since it's been so long since the last content update, a lot of those people are playing different games. When we get closer to March 26th, a lot more people will come back. See, I'm just a nut job who loves Last Epoch. I could understand your hesitation. You're like, oh wow, I heard a lot about this game. Oh, it's got a new season coming out in 2 months. Let's go watch some streams. Nobody's streaming. You're like, oh shoot, this is not a good sign. Oh no, this is terrible. Is this Ashes of Creation point 2.0? Like what? Is this a dead game already? So yeah, I can understand your hesitation. So if you want to wait, man, wait until season 4. How about that? Wait until season 4. See if the new content they release is well received. See if see if any of the big dogs come back, which they will. Check out Rax Anorax, Woody Joe, a couple of those guys. See what they think. Reading Steam reviews. Read Steam reviews. Lots say it's a perfect mix between D4 and PoE2, and the end game is very boring, repetitive, needs rework, and then some say they love the end game. I mean, the end game is, I would say it's definitely a lot of the same thing, but I mean, I like it a lot. They're trying to expand it with more of these little activities you can run into while you're going through your maps. Really depends on who you ask. I'm somebody who really likes it. You get to kind of turn off your brain and just go, you know, kind of forget about what's going on around you, unless you're streaming like I am. All right, let's go see these. Also, can I use carry on a creation yet? I can't use that because that is... Oh. Oh. 100% of Ignite, Frostbite, Shock, Time Rot, Damned, and Poison Chance converted to Bleed. Yes. Oh, I don't have enough fire resistance. Oh well. Oh yeah. All right, let's go see what I've. Why would you play offline? Offline is for if you don't have internet and if you want a pause button. And if you're not interested in trade or leaderboards or playing with others, then by default you'd probably want to play offline anyway, right? I prefer online because it gives me options. I could play with somebody, even though for the most part I don't. Also, when I'm using services like Last Epoch tools, I can import my character into the builder. Whereas offline mode, I don't think you can do that. But I know a ton of people who just play the game offline. All the updates that come to the game go to offline. Now here's the thing. Your character that you're playing in offline mode, you cannot bring it into online mode, and vice versa. You can't bring an online character into offline mode. It's almost like they're two separate clients. What's sold? Redeem. Redeem. Gain street cred? Like me. I mean, I got so many of these. I could try... Okay, how much does a 2 LP carry on go for? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? You can buy 2 LP carry-ons of creation. Looks like it's because the bleed chance is low. I mean, you already get so much bleed chance. Hey, Bike, I'm trying to do a bleed build. What should I be looking for? Physical pen and bleed duration? Yeah, right there. Right there, Techos. And then the skills that you're using, right? So you're going to want bleed duration. You're going to want physical pen. Also, look at the skills that you're using to apply bleed duration. Anything that gives more damage, right? So if Spirit Plague deals more damage, since Spirit Plague is applying the ailment, that more damage will also go on to the ailment, as long as it's generic, right? Spirit Plague deals more damage, right? If Spirit Plague deals more hit damage, that won't go over because an ailment isn't a hit, right? An ailment isn't a hit. But since Spirit Plague is dealing 50% more damage, in turn, bleed that is applied by Spirit Plague will do 50% more damage. I'm using Spirit Plague as an example. Also helps that Spirit Plague also gives a lot of increased damages and stuff like that to damage over time. But we're also using Chthonic Fissure to apply bleed, so we've taken the more damage things, right? In anything that I'm using to apply bleed, I'm looking for more damage. On top of it, you're also going to want pen, and you're also going to want duration. So I've taken the shield, I've taken the boots, I've taken Valdir's Chalice, which I really like, but I might have to drop this. But let's... I mean, frick, yeah, just 2 LP right there, bam. I mean, the bleed chance is not as good. All right, bleed chance is not as good, but it's 2 LP. I have plenty of these 1 LPs. Okay. Five-finger discount? Yeah, no thanks. Should we put Caspi on here? I think Caspi could be very good, but also... Health is good. Let's just do Caspi. You know what? Just for the heck of it. Bam, there we go. Okay, I could throw Caspi and health on here, and then... Here, let's throw on some hybrid health. This would be a YOLO of all YOLOs. I say we just keep that. Yeah, there we go. Honestly, we could do better than that. We didn't have to mirror that. Okay. How you doing, by the way, G Tacos? Actually, I do not want to do that. Let me leave. Alright, let me go die a very silly and painful death. Hey, look, how's it going? That's what I thought. Oops. I did it at tier 4. I wasn't ready for tier 4. Judgment build, huh? Zephyrus. Indeed. What about this guy? Parajo. Very nice. Oh, wait. If I want to slam this... Oh, God. I need help. I'm so weak and pathetic on this character. Help me. Oh, is this the Void Knight? Oh, yeah, this is the Time Rod build, huh? Oh! Oh, man, I mistimed that. Oh! Oh! Right in the nuts. Hit me with a nat 20? Yeah, seriously. Welcome back to another episode of Slams with Bike. I am slamming this carry-on of creation for my Warlock, who was not strong enough to kill T4 Julra. So here I am on the Paladin, just providing that service. So we got a 2 LP carry-on of creation. We're going to be slamming it with this pair of Outcast gloves. We want cast speed and we want health. We're not going to get it, but let's just go ahead and wish for the best. Lock in the cast speed, and then prepare to be disappointed. Disappointment resounds. Huzzah. This has been Slams with Bike. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. Okay. Oh, no. Let's... No. I've not had any critical successes. Even with all the slams I do, I have not had a single critical success. You got to finally witness a live in the wild Slams with Bike. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I have not gotten a single one. The game hates me. Now you might be wondering, but hey, Bike, you did get cast speed on here. Why are you now gonna this one's got better rolls. Plain and simple. This one's got better rolls, so. Now it's got the Circle of Fortune tag. Crafton better give me the Dane streamer client. That's right, Crafton. Give me the streamer client. You feel that, Slam? Ellie has not been kind to you? Yeah. Actually, I think I could do better. I could probably get a better wand. Because we don't need all this cast speed. What we need is chance to... Oh, wrong one. Oh.
To snap. Splinters are a different story.
We want chance to ignite. I guess spell lightning damage is not the truth. Oh. I mean, it's already got shock chance on there. Okay, let's see if we can. We would want damage over time. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Okay. I mean, that's a possibility. Yes. Take a risk. Yeah, this is pretty good. It's pretty good right now. But it could be better, chat. Or we can make it way worse. But this is what we call a YOLO. And the YOLO paid off. YOLO paid off. Let's go. Oh, oops. You need to catch some Z's. Catch you later, Onion. Thanks for being here, bro. Chance to apply frostbite. We convert that, right? All right. Be right back, chat. Let's keep it going. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. No shot. Fa la 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 la. Out of curiosity. I'll go back over here. I'll go one bike, be safe, and keep on keeping on. Catch you later, Ron. Thanks for being here. Alright, let's try giving up. I like this idea, but giving up the transplant. Does feel a little bit wonky. The extra cast speed. What up, Polar Bear? How's it going? Over on YouTube. How are you this fine evening? I'm doing pretty good. How about you, Polar Bear? Yeah, mate, hanging in there the best you can, aren't we all? For sure. You need to let your pets pick up your mats and gold in LE would be great quality of life. They've been asked this many times, and they seem pretty hesitant, but they did say if they would do it, everybody would get a free pet. I mean, they're there. The pets are there. Why not use them? It would be cool though, Polar, for sure. We're experimenting. I'm playing an overly complicated. This is something I put together myself. This isn't a build guide. It's feeling pretty decent. But I'm manually casting a lot of things. I'm thinking about taking Chaos Bolts. Oh, oops. Yeah, definitely jumped the gun on that one. What about you, Polar? What have you been playing lately? Hey, what's good, Savages? Yep. Fighting a cold, or are you fighting the cold? Like it's cold where you're at. -8 Fahrenheit? Ouch. You got sick. Holy. Sorry to hear that, brother. Got smoked. Mom broke her hand, had second surgery on Friday, and had to sit at the hospital for 3 hours, so I guess that's where I caught it. Yeah, that's true. You like Tobin? Yeah. Hospital is a great way to get sick. Like Totem Shaman, Fisher Lock, Golem build using tons of mages, Pally, Bleed Hammers. You play hardcore, so re-leveling when testing and screwing up something gets old. I got you. You want to do something tried and true. So like, hey guys, let's play this. Take one back. You can always try to reflect. Yeah, Polar Bear, go play reflect. This bleed lock has you intrigued. Well, I am playing softcore. There's been some trial and error here, and it's a lot of button presses. There's a lot of combos going on. Try it before they nerf Thicket, yeah. By any chance, will I be playing No Rest for the Wicked? I already have. I enjoyed what I saw, and but I played enough of this update. Yeah. I think they said full release is coming later this year, and then they're going to do a wipe, so I kind of don't want to like ultra play it. So I'm back on my main game, which is last Epoch. But yeah, no Rest for the Wicked was pretty good. Did you start following me for No Rest for the Wicked gameplay solo? I don't mind a few button presses. I played D4 Oridan. Yeah. Yeah, you press nothing and just watch the screen melt. Yeah, for sure. Thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. is a long. Holy, how long is this beacon? There we go. How do you pronounce it? Siwan 4 Han Solo. I believe I answered. Well, so I guess I'm trying to understand Han Solo. Are you asking if I'm going to keep on playing No Rest for the Wicked, or will I play it? Which I answered I already played it. At least the co-op update. I want to make sure I answer your question best I can. Over on YouTube. Oh, yes, I've answered. Okay, cool. Make sure don't leave you just hanging there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep playing around with this, because having to cast Rip Blood, Spirit Plague, and Bone Curse, and like manage all these curses, it's a little interesting. But I feel like Rip Blood has been like one of the best applicators of bleed. It's also great sustain. If I take Chaos Bolts, I can proc Rip Blood, but I can proc it no more than 2 times a second. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. The AE curse. AE curse? Bone curse. Yeah, bone curse can. Bone curse applies it when it times out. So you can't like hardcore spam it, but I do have it to where it can apply rip blood. So every time bone curse times out, it'll cast rip blood. Right now I have it to where bone curse, after an enemy gets hit 4 times, it times out, thus casting rip blood. It's not exactly a spam, but it does work. Now, Spirit Plague it is helpful, but one issue I'm having with Spirit Plague is it only applies 3 stacks of bleed every time you hit the enemy. It caps out at that. You have a chance to apply bleed when you hit, a chance to inflict bleed on afflicted enemies 150%. Like, for whatever reason, this overrides everything else. Well, yeah, but here. Gotta hit a lot the mob, right. So check this out. I have a pretty high bleed chance. So I'm gonna hit this enemy with rip blood. It applies 10 stacks because that's my bleed chance, right? I have a high bleed chance, so I apply that. Now I'm gonna hit with Spirit Plague, right? 3. It's not taking into account my bleed chance. It's only applying the 3 stacks that we're getting from hemorrhage. It's not applying these 3 stacks and my bleed chance. It's just applying this. So I gotta cast 4 times roughly to equal that. And this lasts a lot longer. Now, I mean, once you start mixing in Chthonic Fissure. So what I'm thinking is just cast Spirit Plague and let it sit on the enemy. Because in terms of applying bleed stacks, it doesn't seem to be doing that well. Now, what we can try is removing laceration and hemorrhage and just taking more damage. Here, let's try it right now. Shoot. Okay, I got 3 points. Yay. Okay, now let's try it. Oh, now it just doesn't even apply bleed at all. You cannot apply bleed. I guess that's it. Okay, cool. You can't apply bleed at all with Spirit Plague. The only way you can apply bleed is with hemorrhage. Okay. No, this is good. This is good. I'm glad we figured this out. Because now I don't need to be sitting here spamming this. I can just do that. Yeah, well, okay. We also get the global increased damage. No, you're right though. Like these are not good. You know what? I think I'm just gonna say goodbye. I think I'm just gonna say goodbye to Spirit Plague. I think we're gonna be better off with Chaos Bolts. And then look at this. Can't use... You're talking about Infernal Shade? I mean, you can. Yeah, okay, so you're saying use the Infernal Shade? Well, and then one thing we can do is with this... figure out where we can put some points into here. And just have it spam Chaos Bolts. Okay. Here, let's try your idea. I don't know if I'm loving Infernal Shade, but I mean it is only got a couple points into it. So far, it feels like Rip Blood or Chaos Bolts have the highest bleed procs. What kind, what kind of debuffs are you talking about? I mean, there's armor shred, but we're a dot build. I mean, you can have it do a lot more damage. Well, we shall see tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here tonight, guys. Polar Bear, thank you for stopping by and giving some tips. We'll try them out tomorrow, but I'm gonna get some rest. Tomorrow we got a doctor's appointment for my wife after work, so we'll see if that runs into the stream time. It shouldn't, but if it does, I won't be live. Other than that, I'll see you guys here again tomorrow. You're gonna play Acolyte on hardcore? Yeah. See, stop by tomorrow. Tell me what you come up with. It'd be pretty interesting. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna kick back and relax for a little bit, then get some shut eye. Got to be back to work tomorrow. Anyway, you guys take care. Have a good one.